If you believe in the one, you are stuck in a scarcity mindset that is feeding your insecurity and anxiety around attracting a relationship. The one fairy tale keeps us searching and waiting and ultimately selling ourselves short when we think we've found the one. Because when you're in scarcity, you're not being discerning and effectively sorting the people you're dating from a conscious place. In this lesson, I'll show you the steps to let go of this harmful narrative. And stick around to the end of the video because I'll show you how to heal the attachment pattern that lies beneath the narrative from a somatic perspective. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Amy and I help women who struggle with insecurity and anxiety in relationships to heal their sense of self-worth and create a secure attachment within themselves so they can have a healthy, peaceful, and beautiful relationship with the person that they deserve. And if you want more content on this topic, please subscribe to my channel because I create new content and lessons like this every week. So if you click the bell button, you'll get that notification. Now, before I start today, I want to let you know that a few spots have opened up on my calendar for the free strategy session for the Love by Design program. If you want to know more about how to apply for that, stick around till the end of the video because I'll show you then. So this concept of the one is such a commonly reinforced story. We grew up hearing about it in Disney fairy tales and we see it in Hollywood movies and TV shows everywhere. There have been books written about it. And you might have a friend or two who say that they finally found the one and everything was great thereafter. Now, the truth is, those relationships are sometimes less connected and conscious than you might think. Because in thinking that there's only one person that can fulfill their needs requires them to suppress and shut down other areas of themselves and the partnership that doesn't fit that narrative. Your friend might have sold themselves short as well, but they don't know it because they've got confirmation bias running consistently in the back of their mind to prove the narrative that their partner is the one. The truth is that there are many ones that are perfectly suited to you at various stages of your life journey and growth journey. But when we have the one narrative running, we're in scarcity mindset and we just find it so hard to believe that. And if you find yourself on dates feeling exhausted and drained and never truly being yourself, I want you to watch this video next on how to really be yourself when you're on a date so that you can start dating with that discernment. Now, the one narrative feeds perfectly into our scarcity mindset, and in fact, it keeps it alive. So while we're idealizing this concept that there is a perfect partner out there, which of course we can never seem to find, we're conveniently reinforcing our low sense of self-worth, which is the foundation of our insecure attachment, which we've had since childhood. Now, there's a deeper shadow aspect to the concept of the one, which is that it pairs perfectly with trauma bonding. Trauma bonding is where we bond with another person that in some way replicates a pattern from childhood where we bonded with a caregiver that involved devaluation of ourself in order to make that bond. So we will continually bond from this trauma response unless we become aware of our patterns and work to replace them with healthy attachment strategies. And I have 5 tips on how to do that here. So anytime that you've fallen hard and fast with someone and you believe that you're in love with them and you've only just met them and the connection is absolutely incredible, the sex is incredible, they are all markers of a trauma bond. You won't be aware of the subconscious attachment at play, but you feel like you've known them forever because you're recreating a familiar pattern and feeling in your body that you've had since you were a child. And you won't be aware of it, but you will be aware of the intensity that comes with it. Now, contrast that with healthy, secure love that grows slowly and organically over time, where you get to see who that person really is before you open up and be vulnerable with them and create healthy love. It's also rooted in trust, and there's a foundation of knowing that that person will show up for you because they've historically done it again and again. We have no opportunity to establish that in a trauma bond because it happens so so quickly and so intensely. Now, here's the shadow aspect of how these two elements play out, the one fairy tale and the trauma bonding. The fairy tale of the narrative that this person is the one feeds the intense energy of a trauma bond. It effectively justifies its presence because it gives us the story that this person must be the one because of our connection. And when we start to feel devalued on some level that we become aware of, like red flags start coming up, or you start having arguments that are disrespectful and toxic, the narrative that they're the one stops us from doing something about that because we then personalize the issue. We think it's about us, that because they're the one, we need to do something to make it work. Now, this is the same pattern from childhood because when we insecurely attach with our caregiver, we believe that because we're not getting our attachment needs met, that there's something wrong with us. We personalize it and then we do something to try and get that connection, that bond. And we intensely plug into our caregiver or to our person that we're trauma bonding with because we're insecurely attached in that way. And the one fairy tale gives us a story to justify it. So how do you let go of this concept of the one? This is the great answer. You don't. You just replace who is in that role, and the person in that role is you. You are the one for yourself. You are the only one who can fully know your needs and advocate for your truth and truly nourish yourself physically and emotionally and spiritually. And then with this new language of you that you create, you then teach others how to become a student of you. So in a relationship context, you're teaching your partner how to show up for you in a way that's truly meaningful. You know, how to meet your needs and how to make you happy. But without this knowledge of yourself and you go into a relationship, both you and your partner are blind. You can't express what you need. You can't set limits and healthy boundaries around what is okay and what isn't okay for you. It's like trying to go on a journey somewhere with someone and having absolutely no map. It can be fun and exciting, but it can also be really disorientating. Now, switching out the person who's the one to yourself is easier said than done because you've got to address the underlying insecure attachment and trauma bonding patterns that are happening to keep it in play. You can't just start believing it in your mind because our attachment memories live in our body. Your body needs to learn how to release its trauma from the past and relax and start learning what secure and healthy attachment feels like. Now, energetically, the emotions that come with insecure attachment are low vibration emotions and they will feel contracted in the body. When you feel bad about yourself or feel uncomfortable in some way, you'll get contracted in your body because the emotions that come with those feelings of fear, guilt, and shame are low vibration emotions. They will make you contract. Feeling those ways when you're connecting with someone is a trauma bond. And remember, anxiety, which is also a low vibration emotion, comes with also physical symptoms of like fluttering and nervousness and this kind of heightened sensitive feel. We can get confused and think that that is love, but love is a higher vibrating energy and it has an open experience in the body. So you will feel open and spacious and peaceful and joyful when you're actually experiencing love from your true self and not from your insecurely attached self. So we've got to reset in the body how we experience attachment. And in the context of relationships, it's safest to start with friendships. So start by opening up and connecting with your friends in new ways. And if you don't have any friends, start reaching out to people and just opening up a little bit more and letting them know that you do want to create a friendship with them. And open up to receiving their care and their kindness. Let them listen to you while you speak and receive nourishment from them in the ways that they want to give. Now, if you struggle with opening up and receiving and you're an overgiver, I want you to watch this video next. Now, the reason this opening up to safe friendships is important because if we've been in a trauma bond or a pattern and history of trauma bonds, we've probably cut ourselves off from friendships and from people around us. Because you've been trying to get all of your needs met from one person. That is the very definition of an insecure attachment. You've become energetically connected with them, where you're plugged into them and getting all of your needs met from one source. So you need to open up to new relational experiences with not only people around you, but from within yourself. So start to grow your internal garden of nourishment. And that means finding new and creative ways to meet your own needs, having new experiences and new adventures, and doing things differently from how you would normally do them. It could even look like taking up new hobbies or visiting new places you've never been. This will cultivate and open up your energetic body that's previously been closed off. And it will help you to reset your relationship to others and also to yourself. And that will help to feed into the narrative that you are the one, that you are the only one who is your forever life partner, who will be with you till the very end. And then in healthy partnership, which we all want, you teach your partner to become a mirror of that relationship that you already have with yourself. But you've got to start with that internal mirror and that internal relationship first. So I've shown you how to reset this relationship story and start to unravel the insecure attachment that often feeds scarcity mindset. And there are 3 significant phases that you need to go through in order to create a healthy, secure attachment within yourself so that you can have a healthy, joyful, and peaceful relationship with someone. And I go through those phases in my free training, the 3 steps to a secure relationship. And I'd love for you to join me in that at the link below. I also have a free Facebook group and I would love to meet you personally in there. And if you wanted to have a free one-to-one strategy session with me, there's a link to apply for that below. And please comment below if you have any questions about this process of shifting your narrative and releasing the insecure attachment that really feeds the scarcity energy. I would really love to hear from you. And please click the like button to help this video out, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get my next lot of lessons. Now, here are some next step videos that I mentioned in the lesson today so that you can keep moving one step closer to having a beautifully secure relationship with yourself and with a partner that you deserve. And for now, I'll see you in the next video.